going on, good people? Welcome back to the Holly Street 96 podcast, the only podcast in America where you can get a 2-for-1 Pitbull puppy special and 2-piece with a biscuit. I am your host, your tour guide, D, aka Double A. Please keep your hands and feet in the car at all times, and remember the #1 rule of the day: my DJ don't fight. As always, I am joined by my co-defendants, my partners in crime. Trev, say what's up to the people.
What up, everybody? It's your favorite voice and video personality. We out here doing what we do best, giving you all the great shit to listen to, and sipping on the finest things ever. What's happening?
Finest of spirits. Junior, what's going on in the land of finance?
What's happening? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy J Bug. How's everybody doing?
Hey, yo. And the one and only DJ Domino.
What's going on, everybody, man? You know, it's a wonderful Saturday morning over here in California. And, we're ready to get this podcast popping, you know what I'm saying?
Word up, word up. So, fellas, y'all know what today is, right?
Speak on it, my nigga, speak on it.
It's Ja Rule Appreciation Day.
Hey.
If I had applause, I'd give it to you.
Hey.
So today,
I feel like we need to throw out a disclaimer. Like, people are like, what? Ja Rule?
yeah.
You feel like we gotta explain it.
Hey, man. Well, okay. Let's. Good segue. Hey, let's explain it then. Let's go. So people have been shitting on Ja Rule for 35 years, and
Damn.
Ever since Snoop came in and crushed, Snoop came in and crushed the buildings. I think it's time we all saw what happened at the Versus, or at least most of us have by now, and I think it's time we give Ja Rule his flowers, man, for being one of the dopest MCs, to do his thing, man. Nigga, albums upon albums upon albums, and he was dope until 50 Cent came in and made us feel like he wasn't dope. And I think I need to see that Versus. I think 50 Cent need to get his up in his just desserts on that Ja Rule shit. But I do think, because there's not too many people our age that didn't cancel Ja Rule. Let's just be clear about it.
This is true.
We all are guilty, and I think it's now time to give Ja Rule his flowers. So, Ja, if you're listening, I know you're not, but if you're listening, if you find this somewhere, somebody viral moments this and sends it to you, we appreciate you, and you're getting your flowers today.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's go ahead and go right into headline news. Let's already get into the first joint. Can y'all see that?
Yes, sir.
Word. So the first joint of the day, first headline of the day. Freddie Gibbs says he's ditching rap for R&B due to bullshit collabs and mediocre bars.
I'm confused with this. Why? Can he sing? What does he mean? What does he mean? So listen.
Hey,
so
I
here's
guess
the
we're
thing.
gonna find out, right?
We gonna
What does
find
he mean
out.
by that? Is he going to R&B to be like do collabs like what Fab and Lil Mo did and Ja and Ashanti did, or is he trying to get out there and like what was it, Trey Songz? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm confused with this.
Well, right here,
I mean, maybe
we have where his Twitter feed where he says y'all can have this rap shit. I'm going back to R&B.
Wait, he said he's going back to. Listen, I don't even understand. This is weird, Joe.
Well, I mean, if you remember his, I think it's the Freddie album, man. The Freddie album, the cover was the same cover that Teddy Pendergrass had on his album cover. If you remember right.
True, very true, very true.
But what does he mean go back to?
And he says another one of his Twitter tweets is, "I don't even want to rap with no nigga I can't relate to. Rap full of bullshit collabs. It's all for the bag though." When I was rapping to get a bag, I had to make different decisions. Now I'm rapping for fun, and I don't give a fuck. And so all these mid bars, I'm gonna have to drop again. Like he mad, he mad. The same reason that we mad, because niggas out there is just using this shit as a trap. Rap has become a trap. It's just become the new trap. Instead of slinging keys, you slinging rhymes. That's it. You only doing this shit. Most of these niggas in the game right now, as of today, is just doing this shit to get a check
That's true.
or a way to
I've been
get to
saying that for a
acting,
minute.
or your clothing company or doing something else. And I don't knock it, but it's just too many of them with that mentality. It's not
Nah,
even. The balance is off. We need the Sith is winning. We need a Jedi to come back and help us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but here's the thing though. We got the Jedi's, but the Jedi's they're ours. They're our generation because they started off with love and then they got their second revenue stream based off of what they did in hip hop. A lot of cats are coming in and they're making a quick buck, and then they're either getting out of the game, which whatever, or they're parlaying that into something else. Like Lil Yachty's got Sprite and all this other shit. But you know what I'm saying? Our people, our champions, the one that we hold true, had a whole lot invested in the game, and then they were like, "Well, shit, let me do something else." You know what I'm saying? Because Nas got restaurants. Hove, we know he had clothing line. He had Armadale. You know what I'm saying? Now he's doing art and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
I
right,
don't
right.
knock it either, but to your point, they're not staying in the game long enough to generate what we are comfortable with as far as the hip hop side of it.
Well, see, here's the thing I'm saying about that. I feel you on everything you said, and I feel you that we have our Jedi's are the people of our generation who's still making albums like Nas and Busta and so on and so forth. The problem is we need a young Jedi. We need a Jedi from this generation to come and say, yo, bars matter, music matters. Instead of just making bullshit rhymes to get that paper, which is everybody's MO today. We need a young whippersnapper to come in and just do his thing on that level. And right now, the ones that are doing it, shout out to the Joyner Lucases and Logics and all those cats that are doing it. Shout out to TDE and everybody on that side who are really, really after bars. But we don't have that guy with the flair of a Drake, but the rhymes of a Cole. You dig what I'm saying? We need that kid. We need that Lil Wayne to come and spark again type of cat. Not Lil Wayne, but somebody like that, like to come and just blaze the scene up with some style and flair that the kids can get behind. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking, like we kind of had that Jedi in J. Cole, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's not like young, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I think that Jedi is there. I think the issue is that the young cats that are out here now that are putting shit out, or young cats that are out here, in general, they're not really checking for Cole. Cole, although he's younger than us, he makes music really for us. You know what I'm saying?
To your point, you're absolutely correct about Cole. I just don't think I think he's a master. I don't think he's a Padawan. We need a Padawan. And I know we're probably driving everybody away with the fucking Star Wars talk, but I am a former nerd, still am at heart. But I just think Cole is a master now. I think Cole is one of us now.
Yeah, Cole, Kendrick, those are the new cats. I would
They
even
one of
put,
us
like,
now. Drake is. They're one of us. They're in the class. These young kids don't look at them like they look at Migos, and they look at them like they y'all rappers. They y'all 30 and up rappers.
They look at him like the elder statesman. I'd even put Lil Baby in the upper echelon as well. So I get what you're saying. We need
that was an
somebody
excellent point on
that's
Cole.
fresh. We got to have somebody fresh up and coming, but I don't feel like we'll get that because everybody now knows that hip hop is a way to generate money, like damn near immediately. So,
right. So let's move on. All right, we're gonna table that talk for another podcast because we get down here. So next headline: Tory Lanez is weighing a possible plea deal in the Meg Thee Stallion shooting.
What's the next topic, yo? Why are we still talking about this?
Moving
All right,
on.
he's gonna take a plea deal. You know, he'll probably get a couple years of probation.
Moving
And
on.
Call it good. Shot her pinky toe. Shot me in the pinky toe.
He's still black.
know.
I mean, and it did happen in America, not Canada. So, like, who knows? You know what I mean? Fucking get the
Yeah,
wrong
why?
judge. They might Tupac his ass and find his ass behind bars somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe.
Right. All right, moving
Either
on.
way,
Didn't this
either
shit?
way,
No, but for real, this shit happened last year, right? And now
Yeah,
he's talking about a plea deal. Like, come on, man.
yeah, but that shit takes
Why
forever.
was-
Like,
Yeah.
that shit takes
No,
forever,
that-
you know what I mean?
No,
The trial
it happened
took
because
forever.
It happened. It's happening because he violated his what's the shit where you
Probation?
you can only be
His visa.
where you can only be in a certain amount of distance from somebody.
It's restraining
No,
order.
restraining order.
Restraining
He
order.
violated his restraining order. I don't know why I couldn't think about that one, and it couldn't come to me. One
So,
second.
I need to drink more to think straight. I think it really don't matter because in the end, like Megan Thee Stallion, she seems to be over it. So that's the only one like that it really matters. And if she doesn't fully comply and say what happens or be honest about the shit, then it's just the police or the AKA the man going after, you know what I mean, another dude, whether he deserves it or not. Like, you know what I mean, if she's trying to drop charges and all that shit, once the police get wind of it, they can really do whatever the fuck they want. The district attorney
And I think that's what it is. It's in their hands now, and they're gonna hold him to every syllable and letter of the law. So that's where we're at with it. And I can't be mad at that because that's the way it's supposed to work. But why are we still talking about this? That shit happened last year. He violated his restraining order, or whatever. Like, come on, man. And I blame him for that.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, don't shoot your girl, man. Just
not to make
don't
light
shoot
of
your
it,
girl.
but he fucking
Let's keep our hands off the women.
He say Harlem Nighter, you know what I mean? Shout out
Yeah.
the fucking pinky toe, you know what I mean? Or the big toe, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, like, hey, if she over it, you know what I mean? Then
Yeah, she's over it because she done been in. She's on tour now. She's headlined a bunch of stuff. She's got
I ain't
a
time to
whole
talk
lot
about
of
my
stuff
tours and shit,
happening.
going back
I
and
follow
forth.
her. I follow her on IG, which I'm sure y'all probably already knew that. And I see she's out there. She's doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to her. It happened. She moved on and she's doing the thing.
If she one toe
I
less,
seen it because she was at. I think she was at the Met
This nigga
Gala.
just asked
And they
if
zoomed
I
in
wonder
on the
if she's
joints.
one toe less.
is she still wearing open toes? I'm just
Oh yeah,
curious.
she had the strappy joints on. She had the Manolo Blahnik type joints on, and was out there. And you can't. I mean, her surgeon a monster because you can't see nothing.
Yo, on that note,
So
moving
got
the
a
hell.
prosthetic toe?
We gotta move on because this nigga said she got one toe
just
out.
curious.
She ain't got no toes out.
Curious minds want to know. Like, I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one.
All right. Well, this next headline, I'm pretty sure the hip hop enthusiasts and you cats are gonna love. Lil Wayne continues guest feature run on Run the Jewels Ooh La La remix.
Hey, listen, I don't know what's going on with Wayne, but I'll be the first to say, as one that doesn't have him in high regard, not disrespectfully, like in the for real way, because my top 5 is my top 5. He's been in his bag lately. The last few
His
features
absolute
I've heard
bag.
him on, he's been
You hear Lonely?
violent.
You hear Lonely?
Yeah,
With the baby?
So anyway, yeah, he did because he's on. Is he on the Griselda joint? I believe I just heard him on. He's on the baby joint, Lonely, and I think I heard him on another feature. And Wheezy is becoming Wheezy again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's putting the lean down or what, but he's getting back.
Taking it back up. Something.
Yeah, something to spark them, and he's getting busy, and I'm with it.
I agree, 100%.
I'm with it, and I'm here for it.
Word. Yeah. Nah, we have to play that later, but yeah, people check out that Ooh La La remix. Ooh La La was a joint. I love Run the Jewels, and hearing Wayne on Run the Jewels, that's just much needed. But yeah, moving on to the last headline of the day. Nas using King Disease 2 songs to feed millions of NYC residents.
What?
Hey, shout out to Nas, man. Just
yeah, for real.
Just a hand clap of praise for Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like, This dude just keeps getting better and better, man, as a human being.
Right. I mean, I think he's just being consistent with, like, you know what I mean? He's always been that, you know what I mean? So, like, from fucking Illmatic to now, just always talking about the shit that matters, you know what I mean? Throughout his lyrics, always been, you know what I mean? Even when he was at the forefront of some of that conscious rap shit, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
talking about shit that matters, so.
Yeah, he's consistent with what he is. He speaks his truth, man, and he walks in it just the same. Like, you know, Nas. But again, Nas is one of ours, yo. Nas is one of ours. We keep him in high regard as definitely one of the goats of the game, and
Yeah.
this is he's continuing to show why, and I this is why we rock with him, yo.
Yeah, for sure.
That is definitely why we rock with him. All right, well, fellas, that was headline news. Once again, great takes. And we moving on. All right, now it's time for hot topics. First one, we all saw it, and I know we're a little late on it to cover it, but we all saw the beating that took place in Madison Square Garden a week ago. That was Fat Joe versus Ja Rule. Woo! You talk about somebody that come in with a fucking game plan.
No, I'm sure Joey came in with the game plan. It just, I think it goes back to what we were saying earlier. A lot of people wrote off Ja Rule because of what happened with him at 50.
I think Ja Rule fucking was like, I'm sick of this shit. 35 years I ain't been getting no respect. Like, God damn it. They gonna know my name. Like, yeah, I think he fucking probably was up there plotting, planning, getting in the fucking, you know, dungeon, just playing mad scientist and shit. Nope. DJ, cut here, do this, do that. Like, I think he's out to prove a point. You know what I mean?
Yes, you know, for somebody, you know, so I didn't watch the verses and anything like that, man. You know what I'm saying? But from what you guys have told me and everything, it's like,
yeah, no,
yeah, my bad about the echo and everything. I had the echo turned on my microphone.
I was like, those niggas
Domino.
King Domino shit.
Yeah, y'all gonna hear my voice for real.
And I say before you.
Like I said,
talk your shit, nigga.
Yeah,
Talk your shit.
But for real though, you know, from what y'all told me, man, like Fat Joe didn't play any tracks that I thought that he was gonna do.
Oh,
you know
he
what
got
I'm
some
saying?
fucking bang. He got some fucking heat.
He had some like hella bangers and shit, but it's like he didn't reach into his bag at all. And you know, Ja Rule, you know, literally, you know, did his entire like, you know, number one hits catalog and some. You know what I'm saying?
The best of Ja Rule was definitely played during that verses, and Fat Joe just played what he likes to listen to while he's at home. It was definitely a discrepancy in the selection of songs, Joe. And Ja Rule continued, like, it was body blow after body blow. And I think for me the highlight was when Fat Joe brought out Nelly. I was like, okay, this is the joint he gonna win back over. And as soon as that song was over, my man Josh said, I got best friends too, and called out Ashanti, and that was it.
But yo, Fat Joe got to learn. All right, so from now on, you cats in the hip hop verses have to learn to pivot, or even the R&B verses. Y'all got to learn how to pivot. Y'all got to learn how to, like, when the nigga, because some of these dudes is coming out there for blood, like they really think it's a sport, which they should. It's a versus. This ain't a celebration. I hate that shit. Like, it's a celebration, but can we're watching it. Like, yo, make this shit interesting. And people like Ja Rule, Jadakiss, them niggas is coming out for blood to prove to you that, yo, my catalog is greater than yours. So I saw Fat Joe. I think Fat Joe's strategy was he knew that Ja was going to play the hits. He knew Ja was going to play all the J-Los, all the Lil Mo's, all the Ashanti joints. He knew what Ja was going to play, and so he decided to go another route. He decided to go into his gangster shit. But that gangster shit don't win versus. Fat Joe got a whole bunch of joints that could have knocked Ja out. He didn't play not a single one of them.
You can say that gangster shit don't win verses, but if you go back to the Jeezy Gucci Mane verse, the fans say Gucci Mane won because he played that gangster shit.
That's different. That's two gangster, just two dope rappers. That's two
Yeah.
gangster.
No, yeah,
They're
I
the
think-
same shit. But when you're going up against a star, when you're going up against that's like going up against Drake and playing all your gutter shit. No, Drake gonna give you them hits. So you gotta go into your hit bag. You gotta pivot.
I think Fat Joe did what Fat Joe was going to do,
Right.
and he was relying on the crowd to really elevate his performance and what he was doing.
He thought
But
he
what
had
a lot
hometown.
of people fail to realize is just like Ja Rule said, he's got generational shit. It's motherfuckers that was rocking to them songs when they were in junior high, middle school, you know what I'm saying, that are of age now that can go back to that and hear that song and know a place and point in time exactly where they were at. You see what I'm saying? Where Fat
Right.
Joe didn't have that because he was going back to Flo Joe and a lot of his Digging
Yeah.
and Crates crew stuff and all of that. Like,
Shout out to
them
Digging in the
cats-
Crates,
a
but
lot
they
of
don't get a
cats
lot of love.
Oh, no doubt. That's they are definitely dope. But when you're playing a certain sect of hip hop great songs and what Fat Joe's playing versus the shit that Ja Rule has, he's got mega hits.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's a different caliber of song.
Yeah, it was just a rap once. I mean, it was a rap from the time y'all started. Like when you come out with like nobody thought he was coming out with the DMX Jay-Z song or Murdergram. Like he followed this shit up
I
with
did.
Murdergram.
I
Like,
1000%
that nigga
knew he
came
was
out-
going to do that. He
But that nigga
came
was
out and
wearing-
did exactly what he was supposed to do.
That nigga was wearing fatigues when he came. He was wearing a black shirt and fatigues. He wasn't playing. He wasn't playing at all. But I mean, I do think one of the bright spots of Fat Joe's side was was not DMX. When he brought out Remy Ma to do Pun's verse. 'Cause
yeah,
one of my
yeah, that was dope.
favorite songs is Twins, Deep Cover.
Yeah,
It's
but
one of my
and shout out to
favorite
Remy
songs.
Ma because she definitely
Dead
Did
in
her
the
usual
Italy,
1,
little
2,
did we
1,
know
2.
Man, that shit. I used to know that whole joint, man. Oh, Pun, rest in peace, Pun. Pun can go, man.
Oh my goodness.
no doubt.
Super lyrical was the shit. Like
I'm
Pun
still
was
waiting
just
for-
nasty.
I'm still waiting for people to give his boy fucking just due. You know what I mean? Chris
Hey
Rivers,
man, we
like,
need.
somebody to-
Maybe it's
we
us
need to-
that got to do it. Maybe we
Yeah.
we play some Chris.
Yeah,
we play some
Yeah, we need to do some of that shit. Like,
what the fuck is his name? Chris what's his
Rivers.
rap name? Chris Rivers. Yeah,
Chris Rivers.
we need to start playing. Hey, that's what the platform is for, man. Because
Yeah,
I definitely feel you on Chris Rivers. That boy can go. That boy can go.
yeah,
But, yeah, man.
I've heard him do like kind of like some, I don't know, 10, 15 minute straight bars like nonstop.
Man, I've seen it. I've
He-
seen
he
it.
got
I've seen that
He
joint.
got it for sure.
But yeah, so it was a dope. I mean, it was a good night. It felt like a concert when we was watching it downstairs on the big TV. It felt like a concert. It felt good. Remy Ma looked good. Ashanti looked good. Vita came out. Lil Mo came out. You know, it was Nelly. Was it? I think it's Dre from Cool and Dre.
Jadakiss came out.
Jadakiss finished the night with New York.
Mr. Versus himself,
Mr. Versus.
Jadakiss, came out and helped close the show out. Dog. That was a dope way to close that shit out. And that was the only way they could have closed it out too.
Mr. Versus, aka the only 2-time winner, 2-time champ, Jadakiss.
Yeah, man. Stop calling him that. Yo.
You know what I'm saying? So speaking of that, it was a good night. So now we're here in a space where we don't know what the next versus is. So I'm gonna challenge y'all to come up with the next verses that you want to see, that you specifically want to see. Don't matter if the fans want to see it or you've been hearing shit. What do you want to see next as a hip hop or R&B versus? I don't give a shit.
Me personally, I want to see Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole.
Ooh.
I don't even know if I want to see that. Like, I mean, I do, but like, I kind of respect them both too much to like
Bars.
I don't know. Like,
That's
I
a
wanna
bar
see
night.
that.
That's a
seeing
bar
your-
night.
like, you know, your two sons that you love the most, like, fight. Like, stop. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
no, I want to see. I want to see which
Like-
one come on top. Which one do I
I'm
love the
crazy.
most? Which one do I love
Crazy.
more?
Which one of you
I'm
love
here
me
to
the
see.
most to win?
I guess.
I'm here to
you know,
see that though.
Yes.
That's my own thing.
I'm with
guess
Derek on this one, man. That shit is a dope. That's a dope versus.
the beauty of that is that like outside of like Tupac and Biggie, which still has it fucking you know what I mean it I guess similar to like the Jeezy and fucking Gucci Mane type shit, like you know fucking like Gucci Mane has his strong following that's gonna love them no matter what, and vice versa. And we say again, Tupac and Biggie, like that was real legit good ass beef that
Right.
probably went too far, whatever. But even after all that, like people that love Tupac still gonna love Tupac, and people that love Biggie still gonna love Biggie.
Right.
I mean, for this type of stuff though, and I think for a lot of people when they're doing their top fives and all that stuff, I think it's necessary to do it. I think it's necessary to make it clear, like, all right, you know what I mean, you deserve to be number one and I deserve to be number two. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess
I think you deserve to battle that shit out.
You know what I mean? But
I think you deserve to go head to head.
That's what I'm saying. I think that it could be helpful to help make some shit clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, because right now some people that might put, you know, oh, Kendrick number 2, J. Cole number 1, or number 3, number 2, all that other shit. By doing some verses and being very definitive, you know,
right,
and how you come at it, like making it a clear cut, you know, joint. So something that everybody can always reference to be on the same page, and it's no longer a debate. You know what I mean? But I don't know. But if you have two people that just still beasting, no matter what, it could still remain objective. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
kind of like your Biggie and Tupac. Like,
I do think if them two go at it, it'll be a decisive win. It'll be somebody's not gonna come out of that smelling roses, because it's two titans going at it. It's like Holyfield Tyson, man. That's two titans in the game right now going at it, but we win.
I think I think the slight difference with that though too is like some of Kendrick Lamar's bars, like you actually have to think about, where J. Cole, like you don't have to think about as hard.
Hold on. J. Cole got some bars like that.
Oh no, like I mean he does, but they're a little bit more clear. You know what I mean? Like it might take you like 2 seconds to figure out what J. Cole's saying. Kendrick, got to fucking like, oh okay. I
get you.
So,
but
so the Kendrick shit, definitely for the true heads who like that deeper content, like, you know.
Yeah.
Kendrick,
but no, I think that's a perfect. I think honestly, Domino, I think that's a perfect versus cast.
It was good.
I want to talk to my dead homies, but Kevin ain't got a data plan.
This nigga be over here. Oh my god!
Nah.
Best thing since,
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm not saying it was bad.
If that was Jay-Z,
it was bad. I'll say this.
Like,
I'll say it this way. I like the second joint.
I like that shit.
I like the second shit better than the first one. The first one was more about the energy of delivery. The second one was definitely a little bit more bar heavy, and I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? He's on my radar. He's on my radar. I'll keep an eye out for him. I'm impressed.
What you got, Domino?
I like the second one better.
I mean, I think he's dope, man. I think Von is dope. You know, I mean, yeah, I mean,
and he's from down that way.
That's about all I'm gonna get in. So I mean, that's all I'm gonna say.
No, for real. I want you to keep going. I'm just gonna say you probably heard him more than us. You probably knew about him before we even did.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've heard him, you know, for quite some time now, being that he's out here and everything, you know. But you know, I think he's dope personally. Yeah. I think it's dope. Those two joints on the LA Leakers that shit was fire, man.
Yeah, man. Like, I think I just had an epiphany, man. I think Top need to go ahead and put J-Rock, Ray Vaughn, and Reason in a group.
J-Rock's already in the group with TDE though, the Black Hippie shit.
I have never heard of the Black Hippies.
What? It's J-Rock, Schoolboy Q, Kendrick, and Ab-Soul.
You know Kendrick about to lead Top though. Lead TDE.
I mean, yes, but I was just saying that J-Rock's already
put Vaughn in that shit. I still would like to hear Ray Vaughn, Reason, and J-Rock on a track.
I would take J-Rock out of that shit and put Isaiah Rashad in it instead.
Maybe true. Dang, Top TDE got a fucking lineup, man. We gotta talk about that. They got a squad that's just ready to bubble, man. Today is the officially last day of this podcast just being on
for
audio.
Free, you cheap fucks. We but no, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Talk your
I was
shit.
joking.
Talk your shit.
I was
So,
joking.
ladies and gentlemen, we want to take this time before we get into the question of the day to announce that we are moving the podcast to the Patreon. We have a Patreon page coming up. We'll give everybody the details on our Facebook page. But y'all asked for the video to come back. And YouTube is suspect. YouTube and DJ Domino don't get along. So we figured, hey, if y'all can show some love to us, we can show some love back. We'll give y'all the video version of the podcast. We'll give y'all exclusive content. We'll give y'all behind the scenes look at all the bullshit we do and all the dumb shit we do. And we'll give you what you want. So please, when the page goes live, subscribe, become a membership. Domino got kids. He need the money. Trevor got an alcohol habit. He needs support.
It's not a habit.
Junior don't need nothing because he got all the money in the world. And I got a dog. I got a dog that I got my service dog need a service dog. So
shout out to cocaine.
You know what I'm saying? So no, just support us, man. Show some love. Hey fellas, what y'all think about this move to Patreon? Domino.
I think it's gonna be good, man. Just to move to a new platform and everything. Give the people what they want, and to be able to give them a little behind the scenes look to as far as how we do things on the podcast, showing the videos along with my mixes, and I think it'd be great, man. I'm looking forward to this new venture, man. It's gonna be really dope.
Hey man, you gotta and you know what I'm saying, you being the backbone of this podcast, you know what I'm saying, because we don't go unless you go. We used to do the drip report, man, and I'm hoping that we turn that into a little forecast report every now and again on Patreon. You know what I'm saying? You get to tell people how to dress because your kick game is proper. What y'all think, man? What kind of content y'all want to see on the Patreon other than the podcast?
I'm gonna show them whatever the hell I want to if we on the Patreon joint.
Hey,
y'all gonna get the life of times of Harlem Wonder. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's gonna be a dope move.
The life and
I think
times.
it's gonna be a nice bit of, for lack of a better term, a nice bit of freedom. You know what I'm saying? To be able to put out our vision as we see it. You know what I mean? I think it's what our followers, past, present, and future, they deserve, man. They deserve to see exactly what we want and what they've become accustomed to. And I think between the podcast and all the other different content that we got coming for them, I think it's the move that we need to make, man.
Right on. Junior, where you see yourself going with the Patreon?
I think it's good. Like I think the video piece of it, I think it definitely brings a lot more to the table, especially when we talk about wanting to show certain things or anything like that. Like I think it'd be a good thing. So look forward to the adventure. Right
on. So hey, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have 3 tiers. We'll have 3 tiers. And you can show your support on each 3 tiers. They won't be expensive. We're actually really looking for 30 beta testers who will get in at a lifelong price of $1 a month. 30 beta testers to be our street team. If you want to be one of those people, hit me up on Facebook, Instagram. You know what I'm saying? The Holly Street 96 Facebook. It is a Holly Street 96 Instagram at Holly Street 96. Hit me up. And let me know you want to be part of the street team. You'll get the top tier for $1, life lot price. You'll get all our content, all the new content we put, all the specials we do, and all you got to do, spread the word. We're looking for 30 people. 30 people at $1 a month. If you can't spare $1 a month for your brothers, man, what can you do? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? But so we're happy for the move to Patreon, and we're gonna see how many people really rock with us. So moving further in our episode, we got the question of the day. So, question of the day for you gentlemen is this: You had groups like NWA, Public Enemy, KRS One, all right, and all I mean the groups of MCs that changed the thinking of the culture. KRS One with one of the first MCs I ever heard with the positive militant message. Public Enemy took the positive message and turned it really hardcore, and cats like NWA came out with that gangster shit. They're the fathers of the gangster shit. So they changed the thinking of the culture. But then you got people like Bone and Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, who changed how we rhymed. You know, Bone with the quick time. Shout out to the Migos and all the people using that triple time, quick time method right now. People like Twista, Busta Rhymes with the fast paced rhyme. Jay-Z with the double entendre, who introduced the double entendres, triple entendres, and stuff like that. They changed the way MCs spit. And you got people like Diddy and Lil Wayne and Migos who changed the way people dressed in the culture. So if you was an MC, which one would you rather have an effect on? Would you rather have an effect on the thinking of the culture, or would you rather have an effect on the style of the culture, or being the dress, the culture, or the MC and the way people spit rhymes now?
For me, I think
No,
I would rather have an effect on the thinking portion because that is what for me that's what drives hip hop. You know, because realistically, in order to change fashion and all that other stuff, you have to have a thought process as to where you think it should go.
right.
Right? The thought process is what changes lyrics. Shit, the thought process changed vinyl to Serato. You know what I'm saying? The thought process changed all the b-boy moves and elevation and everything else. The knowledge of it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it changed the way people in hip hop make money.
That's true.
You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying? Like the thinking for me, in my opinion, is the superior portion of what drives hip hop. And if I had the ability to have influence, I'd be more on the thinking man side more than anything else.
Right on, right on. What you got, Domino?
Yeah, I agree with Trevor. I would go more with the the thought process behind everything. You know, the innovation of the actual art form itself. More so than the style, because over time the styles are gonna come and go. I mean, y'all remember the early mid 2000s? People were wearing 4XTs and large fucking diamond earrings and shit, and fucking
Who's the fucking
you
pair?
know
Who's the pair of
do rags with fucking headbands over the do rags and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But
the
now
hat like this.
but the building of the culture is always gonna be it's gonna be building blocks upon what came before it. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
So I think that progressing the art form and the culture that is hip hop will be more important than the actual styling of it, in my opinion.
Well, let me ask you this: how would you want to change the thinking of the culture? Like, how would you? What would be the thinking that you change? What would be the thinking that you change?
It would be more so. I wouldn't say the more so the thinking. I would say the progression of the art form itself. So as a DJ, you know, I would actually start for a lot of these guys. I would actually circle it back to bringing scratches back into the hooks. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, hip hop right now, the DJ, as far as artists, the DJ is really not featured at all like they were back in the day.
Can the
And
producer?
I think that that's a big thing that artists can do is to bring the DJ back into it, like mainstream. Now, if you listen, if you look hard enough, you don't have to look that hard. You'll find DJs still doing their thing on hip hop tracks. You'll still find that. But I mean, when you have world class DJs out there, you have your A tracks, you got your
Shout out to the Needle Ninjas.
you got your Cuberts, you got your freaking shortcuts, you got your crazes, you got all these guys. The homie Rated R and Switch. Shout out to those homies from Battlestar Massive and shit. You got all these guys out here, DJs that can really, have the potential to contribute to hip hop on a bigger scale, and it's not happening right now. So that's how I would do it personally.
Right on, right on. Let me throw it back to Trevor for a minute before I get your take on this, Junior. As an MC, and you said you would rather influence the thinking. What specifically would you influence?
Oh shit, you know me, man. Bars over anything. A lot of people lately have gotten the understanding that hip hop is a money machine and that they can just do anything over a beat and they're good for what's happening these days. Majority of the people feel like just because they have a hot song over a dope beat that they're successful and that they are hip hop. And I stand very tall on my soapbox and say that that doesn't equal hip hop. That means you're in it for the money.
So let
And
me throw this
I
at you
just
real quick. Let me throw this at you. So you don't think that's more of a style thing? Wouldn't that
no,
be
it's a
changing
money
the
thing.
style? No, no, no. I
No,
mean, like if
that's
you want to influence bars, wouldn't that be a style thing? Like influence
no.
bringing
I
bars
don't want
back?
to. I don't want to influence bars. I want to specifically. I want to influence people actually caring about what they're
It's the care
doing
factor. The
versus
care factor.
yeah versus you know. Look, I mean, I'm not a fan of a few of these people. Post Malone is the first one that comes to mind. I just he did it for the money grab. MGK is now a rock star. What I mean, and I've there's some MGK songs that I definitely think were dope, but they've shown that they're just using it as a step stool to get to where they ultimately want to go. And
Right.
there's nothing wrong with that because that's just a historical thing. That's just what happens in life, period. Right.
Right.
But when we're talking about what we love and breathe and walk and talk and everything with hip hop and lyrics and all of that, there are people that have been documented in saying, "Oh, I don't care about what I say as long as the money's right."
That's true.
Or
That's true.
I'm not in it to be influential. I'm in it to get this money, and more power to them. I'm not saying they're wrong, but what I'm saying is hip hop is one of the things that we in our generation saw get invented and elevated and become like a staple of life, right? And to see people that are just using it, literally using it just for personal gain and all of that, and it's just not a good thing because hip hop is such a volatile space. There are people that we all know the term one hit wonder originated in hip hop. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? There
Right.
are
Right.
no, not that I know of, one hit wonder rock and roll stars or country music stars or anything like that, jazz musicians or what have you. Their following is different. You see what I'm saying? Like, and for people to take what we care about and just do it just for the grab. I mean, I do understand it. I do understand it's about the money, but I also feel like they can definitely do better if they care. Hell, I heard a song by Waka Flocka Flame where he was absolutely spitting, and I was like, well, where the hell has this been? You know what I'm saying? It's just a little bit of care about the culture that you're in that you just have to really push and give a fuck about, man. And they just don't, and that shit is damn near heartbreaking to me. June, what you think, man? What's your take on it?
I think would be not to straddle a fence or nothing, but a kind of a mixture of two. I think that hip hop's still kind of a young genre, like overall, even though
Mm.
a lot of our shit's been stolen over the years. But I think that us trying to change the way like things are done is fighting an uphill battle, and for that reason, I think we've kind of begun to create our own niche. I think that's why Atlanta is becoming like the new Black Hollywood or whatever. You know what I mean? Everybody moved from Miami up there. Everybody moved from LA out there. I think it's the reason why J. Cole left LA, you know what I mean, and went back to, what I mean, North Carolina and all that stuff. And what I mean, I think they trying to define ourselves more or less. You know what I'm saying? So on both hands. So, and I think that they go hand in hand with both, whether it's the style of something as well as the thinking. And I'm glad that it's still kind of young because that gives a lot of room to create and invent. Unlike most other stuff with movies, TV, everything that great has already been done, and so you just see fucking rerun of, you know what I mean, a remake of fucking everything, fucking 90210 and fucking Knight Rider and everything, anything you can think of, you know what I mean, anything great from 80s, 90s, you know what I mean, even early 2000, they just trying to bring back and recycle, and so I'm glad that it's still young and fresh, and so like Jay-Z and them being at the forefront, you know, wearing all the iceberg styles and all that other stuff, which transitioned into them starting their own brand of the Rockaware and all that stuff, which was huge. And, you know, I think we really learned to capitalize off of that stuff, which I think so. So from that standpoint, I think it started off with the thinking of like, yo, we're bigger than this, you know what I mean? And it wasn't necessarily just the thinking as far as the lyrical content, but I think just thinking bigger, you know, and a lot of the other, you know, like I guess A&P or whatever, A&R, you know, the people that made decisions is Jay-Z wanted to do this and do that, you know, and he got that kind of shut up and dribble type answer, you know what I'm saying? And realized like, fuck this, you know, I'm out. Like I'm bigger than this. And obviously,
Right.
you know, betting on himself to go on and do other bigger things. So yeah, and now the culture exists that they can do that with all the, you know what I mean, you know, dropping your own song on iTunes or anything like that. It's not that difficult. So, you know what I mean? A lot of people can be independent and blow the fuck up and
I think that's half
keep
the
more of their
problem right
money.
there.
You know what I mean? So that's one of them. And then on two, I think we've learned so much. So many of these people, Boys Men, TLC, you know, mega groups that got robbed and are fucking penniless today.
That's
Mega
true.
groups, so millions of records. So have the success and was doing it for the right reasons. You know what I mean? Not about the money, this and that and the other. I mean, of course, in the end, everybody wants the bag, but and they broke because they didn't know any better. They wasn't thinking, they didn't know any better. Now again, your Princes and Michael Jacksons, and you know what I mean, all of them pass that knowledge on to your Jay-Z's, and everybody's passed that knowledge on to everybody else. So now everybody's more in the know and less likely to get, you know, hoodwinked like that. So now, you know, all those folks that's usually preying on us, you know, to make another hit song and this and that and the other, you know, to keep their pockets fat and while keeping us, you know, the artist starving. All that stuff's changing. So it allows people to really say what the fuck they want to say and do what they want to do and still get paid for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
So
with
there's
you
a
on
lot more
that. I
freedom.
think I think that's also a gift and a curse of doing what you want to do.
True.
I
True.
think it's good that people get to do what they want to do there and they're not hindered by a machine. But I also think that the machine kind of saves people from themselves a little
I
bit,
agree with that
and
too.
it allowed the music to be what it is. I think we still need those gatekeepers, and that's why I created this show to be one of the gatekeepers. For or not a gatekeeper, because that's to let you in, let you out, but a filter. I think we need our filters back.
Yes.
Like shout out to the basement. Shout out to Big Tig. Big Tig was one of the greatest filters rap had because you had to go to that booth. You had to see Big Tig, and if you didn't get in that booth and spit raw, you wasn't selling shit. So I want to shout out to Big Tig, BET's The Basement. I want to shout out to all the filters back in the day. But
Sway.
staying on topic, if I had to choose, whether influencing the culture or influencing the thinking, yeah, I might go with the thinking because even though it might not make me no money, I think the mentality of today's society we need is it's not all to blame on hip hop, but we do a lot of dumb shit in hip hop. We say a lot of dumb things in hip hop, and the whole shoot 'em up mentality. That shit. Maybe I'm speaking because I'm older now and I've seen the destruction that this shit caused. But this whole shoot 'em up, I think we need. I think we need more positive rappers now. I think we need more KRS Ones, more Poor Righteous Teachers, more Commons, more who else was doing it back in the day? More De La Souls, more Native Tongues. We need more Roots. We need more of those groups to be popular than we have. Because right now it's a lot of I sell drugs, I shoot niggas, I fuck bitches. A lot more, and it's always been like that. We've always had those bars, and those bars are okay. Those bars are fine. They're dope when they're done right. But now it's just it's the bubble
But
that we can't
we
penetrate.
know why that is though,
We
because
do,
corporate
we do.
America finally got their hands on the analytics and the metrics, and they've seen that that's what generates revenue. Because at the end of the day, hip hop is driven by its fans and its masses and its people
Right.
that follow it.
So So now can we really blame it on the corporate structure? Because
Absolutely.
no, we can't be. Well, hold on. I agree with you, but what I'm saying is, can if it's like a this song I heard the other day by Dax and Tom McDonald called Propaganda. And they're blaming social media and the media on the problems that are going on today. And I'm sitting here like, but it's the people that the media
Yes.
only shows certain
Ultimately,
things because the people don't. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, so you're right, but it is social media and the media in general because that's the vehicle that's being used. So the vehicle
But are
is
they
being
driving the
used.
car, or
Well,
are we
here's the
yes.
thing
driving the
though.
car?
Here's the
No,
thing
you're a
though.
passenger in the car. You're a
No, I
passenger in
think
the
we
car.
driving the car. I think we drive the car.
I'll say it like this. I put you in a 1994 Toyota Corolla, and
Right,
that's to be the
Solid car.
analogy. That's to be the analogy for like pre-social media, right?
right.
I put you into a 2021 Dodge Charger, freaking Demon. Which one's gonna get to their destination faster? Which one's gonna spread, run their errands faster?
Right. The Dodge Charger, of course.
Exactly. So that's akin to it being nowadays, in which I can post something on one social media network and touch every face of every corner of the earth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good, bad, or indifferent,
Right.
and still spread my message. You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
What?
So
Go ahead.
now, granted, it is the people. Those people have always been there. They've always been there.
Exactly.
The difference is now they have a faster vehicle.
Right. So that's what makes you go
So
ahead.
because of that, since the people really haven't changed,
Right.
the vehicle has changed.
Right.
So they can get there faster and spread their point faster. That's why they're saying that social media and the media is the issue, not so much people. The people are always going to be shitty, no matter
Right.
what. They've been shitty when we were young, and they're going to be shitty now.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the vehicle. It's the means in which they can spread their information or misinformation.
I get you, and you're completely not wrong. But what I'm saying is, who's driving? To me, I think the people are driving the vehicle. I think the media is they're putting the gas in the car, but I think the people are driving the vehicle. It's like, hold on, it's like this. If I own a store and I only got junk food. I only got junk food in my store. I don't got nothing healthy. It's because there's only two people on the block that eat that's vegan. Everybody else coming in here for the pork rinds. If the people start coming in for the pork rinds, I gotta go get some vegan shit. So you see what I'm saying? So it's like it's not social. I don't social vehicle is a vehicle, and you're absolutely correct. But I don't feel that. I think people need to stop blaming the media because we're the ones consumed. They're only giving us what we want. They're only giving us what we actually want. And that same thing goes for rappers. Rappers right now are just giving what sells. And it sells because that's what the masses want. I understand having that how to say having the mindset of giving people what they need. But how many people really want to give people what they need? That need shit don't sell.
But so yes, I agree with both points, and I'll say it like this: there's another element that we're missing out on, and we haven't really touched on, and that's the where social media allows people to have an opinion, and that opinion is shared, and that shared opinion grows and can be influential to others because there are a lot of people who don't know which way they want to sit on the platform that they're standing on, or
True.
they're being presented, right?
Right.
So they're able to hear left and right decisions and make the decisions, but there are a lot of people that don't know how to really stand tall on what their laurels are.
True.
So when somebody says, "Oh no, Coca-Cola is better than Pepsi," because this, that, and the third, regardless of what misinformation gets spread, they're like, "Nope, I'm Coca-Cola all day long." And even after facts and figures are coming out saying this is why Pepsi really ain't that good, or Pepsi's better than Coca-Cola, whatever it is. It's the influence and the fact that some people just don't want to be left out, right? So
Right.
people that like 6ix9ine, right?
This is
They
trash.
like him because other people that are around them are saying he's dope without even really
Who are
realizing
those
what
people?
is dope. No. What's dope to them. What they can intrinsically say, no, this is what I feel is dope. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that in them because social media is the vehicle that's driving, right? And to Derek's point, people are going to be shitty 24/7 no matter what. So they're just following the herd. You
Yeah,
see what I'm saying?
no, I see what you're saying, but like I said, I love that analogy that social media is the vehicle. I just think it's the people driving it, not the media. I think the people
It's
are driving the
twofold.
vehicle,
It is, but there are
and
people
we got
in
to
the
start
media.
putting but I think we just need to start putting our blame where I think we've been blaming the media enough, and I think we need to start because I had this thing is like nobody blamed the media. Nobody said the media was bad when 9/11 was covered. Nobody was like, nah, the media's tricking us. Nobody was when Obama got elected, nobody was like, oh, the media's full of shit. So I think the people now are driving the media, and the same thing with hip hop. I think people are driving the bullshit because it's soothing. But like I said, I'd rather change the thinking of the culture, but that's just me. When I was an MC, I wanted to be Jay-Z, but now now I'd much rather be Common. I'd much rather be Common. But anyway, so that was the question of the day, fellas. That was a hell of a question. That was a hell of a good debate, good discussion. And now we're going to the main source. And so a couple weeks ago, we put together a top 5 of the dopest MCs of this generation. And if for a recap, number 5, shout out to Derek Fonte. Number 4, coming in at number 4, you had Drake. Coming in at number 3, we had a two-way tie between Big Crit and Sean Price. Number 2, Kendrick Lamar, and number 1, J. Cole. If y'all got a problem with the list, hit us up. Let us know. So now, today, we're gonna finish out the top 10. We going 6 through 10, fellas, and we're gonna start with number 10. And I'm gonna start with Domino.
Oh man, number 10. He should probably be higher on this list, but I think he needs to be on the list nonetheless.
True.
And this guy is Big Sean.
Ooh.
I like the pick.
Yeah.
I like the pick.
Yeah.
I like the pick.
He's in
Junior,
my I see him at 10.
Junior, who you got
Yeah,
at number 10? You
I'm gonna go with that
either
one.
agree with the pick or
Yeah,
you put something else.
I agree with that pick.
So I think we all can agree with the pick because I like Big Sean at number 10. He's young
Yeah, Big
enough.
Sean at 10 is
He
nice.
hasn't done enough to get to closer to the number 5 spot. 10 is he's a dope MC. 10 is a
He's
great
consistent.
landing spot for him. So I think we got Big Sean at number 10. All right, let's do number 9, fellas. Junior, give me number 9.
I'll probably go with the game. I know we mentioned him a couple of times earlier, so I've got to throw him on this list.
All right, I can dig that. The game. I'm gonna have to agree with that. I'm gonna have to agree. I'm not putting nobody up for number 9. I'm saving mine for 7 and 6. I would have to agree. The game. I maybe he should be a little higher. Maybe he should be a number up. But I can dig number 9 spot. I'm gonna co-sign with the game.
I like the game. Mm, he could possibly be higher, but nine
I think
nine
he
gets him
good.
on the list. Uh, I think 9 is good. His first 2 albums were definitely solidified. Some stuff has been hit or miss. I think 9 is good. I think 9 is good.
Domino. This is how we do. I like that. I like that.
Well, wait a minute. That's 50 Cent song according to 50.
Huh?
That's what caused the whole fallout between Fifth and in the game. 50 Cent said that song was only dope because he was on it. Let's not let we can save this conversation for later. I just want to put it out there that I think 50 was wrong on that. He was wrong that trying to claim that as his song, and he was the reason for the success, and he was the cause of the overall demise of having the game. And I think that was kind of a move that shouldn't have happened. But I'd have played my favorite joint off the documentary is West Side Story. The intro track was hard. And for it to be an intro song on a debut album, the beat was very West Coast. Game's delivery was very West Coast. That whole shit was just made that's one of my gym workout songs. When you hear that you hear that shit drop, boy, that's something different.
So is the time frame though that we picked the new people? Was it from 2005 up? Is what I thought. But at the same time, I think we was also just aiming to not choose the typical top
it's
five.
mostly
So
it's not choosing the typical. It's not choosing the typical Jay-Z, Big, Pop. The typical. This is a more obscure list. It's like. Let's give flowers. It's like we can include anybody from the Migos on down. Like it's
okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's more of like it's like everybody always puts the top 5 as Jadakiss, M, Biggie, Pop, Nas, Common, so and such and such and such. It's like this is the list for like
Once you past the top 5, then it's all fair game.
This is it's time to build a new list. It's time that we retired Big. It's time we retired Pop. They're on the Mount Rushmore. Like it's time we start building a new list, and that's just all this is. And I like the game in number 9. Like I like the game in number 9. I co-sign. I think Derek co-signs.
I thought that was his vote for. I thought he was trying to say 50 Cent was his vote for the next pick.
Nah, Trey got into that 50 Cent shit.
I was just stating a fallacy in what was going on. That's all. But no, I 100%. I think Game at number 9 is solid.
All right, Trey. What you got for number 8?
I don't know, man. The name that always rings out to me is Ludacris, yo.
Ooh.
I haven't heard, and I always bring him up whenever the conversation comes out. And the first thing I say is, tell me a whack verse. Not even song, a whack verse from Ludacris. And nobody's been able to say it.
Man. That's a speaking of Luda, that's one of my verses I want to see. Luda versus Busta Rhymes.
That'd be good.
Derek, who you got for the number 8 spot? Yo, that fucking verse on Fat Rabbit, that's what made me
named Luda, aka LOVA. Yeah,
that shit was that nigga one time. That verse right there had me like, yo, this nigga is insane. Move, bitch. Like, I don't know. I think he might should be higher. He might should be higher.
There's an argument for that for sure.
I vote we move him to 7 and I put Pusha T for number 8.
Ooh.
I vote we move all right, amendment. We move
I agree with that because of body of work.
I would agree with that too. Like, and that's why I was having a hard time. At the same time,
I go with it.
Like Pusha, I think to me beat Drake in the beef, going back to the.
And you would be correct.
You know what I mean?
So is that unanimous decision?
Yeah, I'm with that.
We gotta give Pusha some love, man. Hold on.
Please do. That's one of my favorite
I need to hear what you're
from my town, from my hometown of Tidewater Park, Norfolk. on my joint right now. I
Hey,
got a whole
hold
Pusha
on.
set.
Did y'all hear? So one of my favorite Pusha T verses is Drug Dealers Anonymous. Yes, Hove is on it.
Ooh,
I got it.
ooh,
I
Jay, the
got
one
it.
with Jay and Cole.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah.
it's just Hove and
Oh,
Pusha
my bad. I'm
T.
thinking the one where they talked to where they was answering back that white girl.
Hey, listen, drug Pusha T is like next level coke bars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
yeah. I like
spit
that
that drug dealer
MPA.
shit.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got
Hey,
one.
Drug Dealers Anonymous is tough.
I got one way better than that. I can't remember the name of it, but it's Kendrick Lamar
Then you
and Pusha
don't
T.
have one way better.
It's Kendrick Lamar and Pusha T. I can't remember the name of it, but they lost their mind on that. Whoa, why can't I think of that name, man? I had
You're
it.
terrible at this.
Oh my god. Yeah, I might be. Shout
Pusha T
out.
and who?
It's Pusha T and Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar whole rhyme is about
Nostalgia?
him. Nostalgia. Yeah, that's it. That's it. The Kendrick Lamar's whole verse about him being a brick of dope, selling it to his dad. And Pusha T just lost his mind on that shit. Like that joint is for real. So to recap, we kind of got quicker. We kind of did this real quick, fellas, because we already at number 6. So recap, we got Big Sean at 10. We got The Game at 9. We got Pusha T at number 8 and Luda at number 7. Is there, before we get into number 6, is there anybody on the list we want to veto, take off, or put somebody in place?
I'm good with that.
Nah, I think that's definitive. I think
Domino?
that's it.
Nah, let's
You
good to
good?
me, man.
Junior, you good?
I'm good.
I'm giving all checks. Trey, you good?
Yeah, I'm good on that one.
All right, folks, we good. So number 6. I'm thinking there's gonna be a unanimous. This is gonna be a unanimous decision, but I'm not sure. For number 6, I'm putting up Lil Wayne.
I noticed the silence.
Yeah. I thought we agreed that he was going to be in the top 5 because he's definitely in the top 5. He's not a number 6, so I don't even think
Okay. If
then
he's in the
he
top
can't be on the
5,
list.
who do you move out of the top 5?
What were the
Crit,
top
man.
5 again?
Yeah, we couldn't
Yeah.
put him in the top 5
Fonte, Drake,
because-
Crit, Price,
because it had
Ken,
to
and
be-
Cole. The list is
because
complete.
we asked this question when we asked this question, but because we were trying to do new top 5s and stuff like that, and he didn't meet the cutoff, you know what I mean? Because I asked that question specifically.
But
Mhm.
Wayne, hold on. I thought Wayne has. Well, okay, but hold on.
Yeah, I think it was a
It's-
time frame. I think it was a time frame
Yes.
cutoff because Wayne.
Was out with Hot Boys and all of that shit back
I
in
guess,
the
like,
late
but
90s.
I
remember,
guess
he was
I
on-
wanted more people that don't. Go ahead, man.
You gotta remember he was on Back That Ass Up, and that shit came out like in '98.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? 98, 99.
Yeah.
So
Wayne is not in this conversation. I mean, I get where you're going with it, but with the criteria that
was
we
my
got, he's not in this one.
that was my put up. Y'all veto it. Move on. Who got the next one?
Go ahead, Derek. What you got?
say that again.
Who you got? I got veto with Lil Wayne. So who you got?
Give me a second here.
I listen. So here's one.
Hold on. Let's hear. I don't know.
Nope.
Like, he wasn't on our top 5.
T.I. came out in definitely around 2001, 2002. T.I. came out.
Right.
Yeah, but that was just for our top 5. Once we get past the top 5, then it's like kind of whoever. I guess that's what I would.
I agree with T.I. I agree with T.I. If I can't get Lil Wayne in there, I'd definitely go with T.I.
And that kind of sucks because like I had one, I just knew who I was gonna pick, and then you just changed my mind. You know what I mean?
Well, who was you gonna? Well, at least put an honorable mention. Who was you gonna pick?
I was actually gonna put Kanye up there.
Oh.
See,
Interesting.
see.
Yeah, his first single dropped 2004,
I still go with
but
T.I.
I
over that.
I agree.
If we doing MCs, I'll go with T.I. Kanye is a songwriter. Kanye is an artist. Yeah. Kanye is an MC. T.I. way better MC than
First couple
Kanye.
albums was fire. You know,
Yeah.
he got some that topped the Billboard charts too. You know what I mean? But yeah, T.I. hands down. Like I was in love with trap music, man.
So are you
wear that shit out?
agreeing with Domino's pick of
100%.
T.I.? 100%?
100%.
Trevor, what you got?
What about and this is a new cat. He's new,
All right.
but he's been blazing a hell of a trail. What about Lil Baby?
He's
Granted,
nice. I like him. I don't think. Yeah, he nah,
Put him up against T.I.'s. If you put him up against T.I.'s discography,
Yeah.
not discography, not in the amount of, not the, hold on, not the, just the songs that he has out now versus the songs that T.I.'s put out. You know,
no, I'm with you. I just had to throw it out there because Lil Baby is doing his thing right now. We've discussed him extensively.
Right, because if you want to do honorable mentions, I can put Lil Baby, DaBaby, Joyner Lucas, shout out to Logic, Reason. Like we can. There's a whole bunch of MCs coming up that when we do this list again in 10 years.
Hold on. So here's my answer to T.I. For number 6, Beanie Siegel.
Ooh.
Shit.
Well, Beans being in if he was, that's the problem with Beans. Beans should have been mentioned in the Big Pop Jadakiss list because
no,
that's
his.
Yes, he should have because
Beanie
that's what I'm
Siegel
saying.
came out after the 2000s.
What are you talking about? Beanie was out when I could have swore Beans was out.
Oh no, I think you're right. I think you're right. No, you're right. You're right.
Again.
Because he was on Reservoir Dogs and all that, and that shit came out like 98, 99. My fault. You're right. You're right.
That's the end of the show, folks. I know this is a new way to end it, so just rock with us for a little bit. But this is for our audio viewers, our Patreon viewers, and our YouTube viewers, man. For DJ Domino, J Boog, and the Harlem Wonder Trev. I am the host with the most. I am DAK AA. This has been the Hollis Street 96, and I will leave y'all with this. As always, you can say whatever you want, you can do whatever you want, but remember, nobody gives a shit. Stay off of Instagram.
Domino, motherfuckers.
Peace.
Say about that.